everyone, welcome back to Bell Book and Candle. If you're new here, which you probably are since everyone is new here with our whopping 26 subscribers, hello, I'm Vicki. I'm the one who posts on Mondays, or in general I guess. A quick plug for Taylor's Tokimeki Memorial Girls Side playthrough. Wow, that's a mouthful. I don't know shit about those games, but she herself is very charming, so please watch them. But yeah, I primarily do Sims 4 house or apartment speed builds. In my previous video, I built a residential lot that could kill a shit ton of Sims. And you may be thinking, well, Vicky, I took inspiration from you and now I have a shit ton of dead Sims with no residents. And if that's the case, boy, do I have just the thing for you. I present to you the Count Ravenloft Cemetery. That name was picked out of a hat, sorry, it just sounds cool, so that's what we ended up with. And if you're wondering, it's a cemetery and not a graveyard, because graveyards are burial grounds by churches, whereas cemeteries are just regular burial grounds. This one has one building nearby, which I was just building, and it's just a little old mausoleum. So I guess all graveyards are cemeteries, but not all cemeteries are graveyards. You know, death in The Sims is just a transitional time or an event for becoming a ghost, the final stage of being. The Sims franchise is funny that way because death isn't the end and there's no real reason to be sad and grieving for the precisely 48 hours or whatever it takes for Sims to finish being sad over a loved one. The existence of ghosts doesn't negate the joy of life, though. My cat, who I lost to cancer last October, still exists in The Sims, so even in a meta sense, The Sims is excellent at preserving life. In The Sims, the act of dying is merely an inconvenience, a brief, sometimes uncomfortable moment in the overall scheme of things. When I first started playing The Sims 4, I was disappointed that there wasn't a cemetery. I used to make a bunch of Sims work in the mausoleum career, or whatever it was called, back in The Sims 3, and I expected to do more of the same thing in the new game, like with a bunch of stuff from, I guess, the past games. It seems like The Sims 4 was lacking substance from what was already, established. I was wrong though, because when researching stuff for this video, I saw that The Sims 4 apparently has two functional quote-unquote graveyards. One is called Deadgrass Isle Cemetery, and it's in Brindleton Bay, which came with cats and dogs. And the other is Senbamachi, I hope I'm saying that right, Senbamachi Cemetery in Mount Komorebi. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sure Taylor will help me out. But yeah, I can excuse that I haven't seen much of the Mount Komorebi one because I just don't play The Sims 4 as a life sim as much as I do for building. So if I haven't visited it, wow, that's really hard for me to say. You know what I mean. If I haven't been there, that's why. But I do, I have played the cats and dogs, I think, so I'm just surprised that I haven't been there. Oh, and also supposedly there's another cemetery in the magic realm, which I just haven't seen, but it's not possible to get to anyway. But I digress because I guess I need to talk about my little build at some point. The mausoleum is built of stone and has gargoyles all over, and it's surrounded by overgrown vines, and I have like leaves coming off the side of it so the vines don't look too out of place. You'll notice that for the most part the burial grounds aren't particularly well kept. Inside the mausoleum is a statue at the center, and filing cabinets sized up to look like crypts. All the flower holders are filled, and there's a sort of altar area with candles inside by the window as well. I would say it's for urns, but if you pull yours out of your inventory, it'll probably transform like immediately into a headstone, so like I wouldn't advise that. Speaking of headstones, outside the mausoleum are more from the debug menu in like various states of decay. The graves have flowers and photos and wreaths. But I'm sure in other cultures it may be appropriate to decorate them in other ways, but I don't really know much about that stuff, so um, you guys can do whatever. I guess I'm lucky to not have much experience with death. I hope you guys could say the same. I don't know. There's one open grave that's like midway being interred. There's also a funeral portrait and a wreath and like a shovel and wheelbarrow nearby. It's a whole thing. The cemetery was built on Count Vlad's lot in Forgotten Hollow, which already has a burial ground surrounding it. I think it's perfect there, but I guess you can put a cemetery anywhere in the game, really. I think that's all I have to say for this build, really. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any engagement really helps the channel. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Please enjoy the screenshots. Bye!